What's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about DaBaby, right? Now, DaBaby just dropped a brand new project, a joint album with none other than NBA Youngboy. After first hearing about this project, and based on the amount of fans and followers that both of these artists have, and the fact that NBA Youngboy pretty much is the biggest artist on YouTube, right? I figured this is going to be a smash hit. Like, this is going to do like 200, maybe 100K out the park. But a lot of people were shocked to see that King Von's album, which was kind of snuck in there last minute, not even last minute, it wasn't as highly publicized, it didn't get as much promotion because, it was released independently, is beating, or is gonna beat NBA Youngboy and DaBaby's joint project, man. And NBA Youngboy and DaBaby's joint project is projected to sell something between 30 to 35,000 the first week, which a lot of people are calling a flop. One of those people being Memo600, obviously. Now, he didn't say that exactly, but he told a joke on social media about DaBaby and NBA Youngboy's album sales that had DaBaby hot, and he jumped on social media immediately to respond. And he was trying to reveal some things about OTF internally where they might not be on the same speaking terms. Now, before we get to the specifics and run down these clips, man, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about this situation that's going on social media right now between DaBaby and OTF. Now, last week, there was some back and forth and stuff, but it really wasn't anything big, Like, DaBaby, he didn't mention anybody from OTF personally, and it seemed like Lil Durk came in at the end and was trying to cool things off, but man, it seems like this week they felt like getting into it. Now, DaBaby, a lot of people were talking about his Breakfast Club interview this morning, and that was the major headline, but outside of that, I guess he caught wind of a joke that Memo600, or Memo from 600, put on his Twitter page on social media because it started to trend, man. Now, Memo, like everybody else, was probably shocked at the fact that DaBaby and NBA Youngboy's joint project was not doing crazy numbers. It just was like a regular, it's doing all right. It's doing good numbers, man. 30 to 35K in this market right now seems to be all right. But man, it was way below the expectations of everybody who's tuned into hip hop and understand how big these two artists have of a fan base, man. So, a lot of people are calling it a flop. And Memo put this out here as a joke on his Twitter page. Now, Memo600 posted this right here, and it says, "Can't blame DaBaby. He thought that man was gonna save his career," with a shocked emoji and, a wind emoji or breeze emoji or whatever you want to call it, man. And to be honest, this is pretty funny, man. This is a funny joke, man. It's just a joke. And it seemed like, he really wasn't trying to, I'd like to say he wasn't dissing, but this is some dissing, to be real. Because he said, "Can't blame DaBaby. He thought that man is going to save his career." Basically insinuating that DaBaby needs his career saved. You know what I mean? And to be real, like I said in my live show, if you guys didn't check that, when I was talking about the album projections with King Von doing 60 to 65K, and for NBA Youngboy and DaBaby doing 30 to 35K, I was saying that, it's a shock, but, you can never guess these things. And right now, DaBaby in his career, he's had a couple of ups and downs, but it seems like he's still well-liked. So to imply that he needs his career saved is kind of a low blow, man. You're hitting him while he's down, man, to be real. And DaBaby obviously caught wind of this. He saw this was out there and people were retweeting it and quoting it a couple of times. So he said, and jumped right on it and made a response on his Instagram page, which has like over 20 million followers, and said this. So he reposted what the picture of what Memo said on Twitter, and he put this out there. Now, it's a lot, I'll say that, so rock with me. And I'm going to have to improvise or paraphrase, whatever you want to call it, because, he uses some colorful language here. Now, he says this. He said, "Y'all towel boy, funny," with the laughing emoji, calling Memo600 pretty much a towel boy. "Y'all on the internet playing, trying to run up stripes, while y'all big dog in my DM waving the white flag." Now, he could only be talking about Lil Durk. He could only be saying Lil Durk is in his DMs waving the white flag. So that's alarming right there. Or That gives you another insight on the relationship between DaBaby and Lil Durk, and maybe why Lil Durk was trying to cool things off last week when he had that initial post. It also goes on to say, y'all must not be on the same page over there at OTF, but check this out. It ain't a gang, city, dude, or neighborhood in the world scary enough to make Baby pick and choose who to get money with. I ain't one of them. You don't like it? Do something. I played it cool because y'all want to make it about y'all partner. And I don't speak on the dead because I'm on that for real, for real. Every day I wake up ready to teach me a dude like you. With a kiss emoji. I don't know what that's about, but it continues. It says, so long live him, at King Von. Got my respect. He stood on business, no excuses. It was just another, they're ready to stand on business too, with the shrug emoji. So basically saying that, King Von was about his business. He was the real deal, and everybody could confirm that, right? But he just got caught slipping, man. It was just one day where, there was another dude who was just as ready as he was. It was there. And obviously, he's talking about the situation where he lost his life. Then he says, that's how we living. That's what gangster is, ain't it? And he's posing a question there. He says, but the rest of you, internet, trying to be cool off your boy name is some, and I'm going to leave that one alone. And he continued on by saying, it's the cats y'all got around that ain't doing a lot, talking, I'll respect and still never fear you mascots. Quit it. We are not the same, boy. Laughing emoji. Ask your big dog. Now go call some real gangsters to step for you. I'ma be right here waiting, ready to rock out. With the smile emoji and the peace emoji. And then, he threw another shot at him in the hashtag below, man. But that was a long response from DaBaby. Now, Memo600 saw that and he posted this right here. Now, in this post, all he did was reposted what DaBaby said, and he put this on his story, and it says this at the top. Truth hurts, don't it? Saying that he must have felt some type of way, or he must be in his feelings, because Memo's joke did cut a little deep, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it hurt a little bit, you know what I mean? So he felt the need to write that whole big response that he wrote to Memo and OTF or whatever, man, calling him a mascot and calling him out his name or whatnot. But it looks like, man, for some reason, DaBaby is getting dragged into this situation between OTF and 4K Trey, or NBA Youngboy and Lil Durk and OTF in them, man. When really it seems like he's been trying to stay out of it, but the fact that he linked up with NBA Youngboy and dropped that joint project, it seems like it's starting to make things, even worse between his relationship with OTF, regardless of what Lil Durk is trying to do on the positive end, right? But with that, what do you guys think about DaBaby and Memo600 going back and forth on social media, man? It seems like DaBaby trying to stay neutral in this situation. But it seems like, even with NBA Youngboy, he dissed Lil Baby because he did a joint project with Lil Durk. But it's crazy because, there's lines being drawn here and there. And this back and forth just goes to show that there might even be some communication issues over on OTF if what DaBaby was saying is true. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.